my peoples, man. Look, I got something a little fun and a little interesting to talk about. Do you remember a time when you were asleep and there was a bunch of things that you didn't believe or you were programmed to not believe or to think was fake or make believe that you actually believe now? So what I'm saying is, back when you were asleep, or more sleep than you were, but we all still are awakening in certain ways. So even if we awoken once, there's another awakening that can happen. So let's just say back when you were sleeping more, when you were sleeping more, are there things that you didn't believe back when you were sleep more that you believe now? Because I can say, I just started thinking about this. It popped up. I forgot what. Something made this shit pop up in my head, and I just started thinking like, yeah, I believe that now. Because I didn't believe that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of things back in the day, they would program us to believe like, no, that's make believe. No, that's not real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would program us to believe that. Like, so when we see shit on TV, we see certain things that look kind of wild and shit. They like, oh no, that's not real. That's make believe. Your parents would make sure they tell you that, right? And so we was always programmed to believe a lot of this shit wasn't real. And come to find out, a lot of this shit is real. And and it's a lot of shit now that I believe, bro. Like, and I'm just starting to think about, I'm like, damn, I would have never believed this back when I was really sleep. I would have never really believed this. But I definitely believe it now, and it's crazy that I believe it now. Like, what my old self would look at me like now to know that I believe these things, because the old self would probably be like, you crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? Like magic. We used to think, do you believe in magic? We used to think magic was fake. And my mama, my parents, I'm pretty sure y'all parents, your cousin, your uncle, everybody would say, boy, that shit ain't never make believe, man. That shit is not real, right? Unless you grew up in a family that participated in certain things, and you were born in. Maybe you do know, but I'm just saying, for the most part, a lot of us probably didn't know. We probably was thinking a lot of this shit was fake. Magic, I'm like, ain't no way magic real. But then I started to find out about people doing witchcraft, people, casting spells upon people actually doing rituals, you know what I'm saying, people doing shit under the moon light and shit like that, man. People be actually doing this shit, and that shit be actually working. That shit creates an energy that actually goes somewhere. I didn't believe that was real until I started figuring that shit out, man. And then I started to realize we got witches, we got warlocks out here. We really got witches and warlocks out here. This information is coming out more and more. There are people online actually saying they used to be a witch. There were people online actually talking about their story about them used to be a warlock. You know what I'm saying? I heard a dude talk about he was a warlock. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is real. But the thing about it is, see, they be trying to program you to not believe a lot of this shit. Back in the day, they tried to program us to not believe this stuff because they didn't want us to know about it. But it's like once the internet came out, man, the internet started giving everybody a voice, started giving everybody a stage to perform, or a stage to be seen, and that space that has been given to people has allowed a lot of different people to come out and start showing shit, start saying shit, start, exposing, or just, giving information about. And so, like, people started just, like, so now we see it all over like, you could look on the internet and start finding all type of shit, bro. I used to believe the werewolves was fake, man, shit, but I believe that wolf man that they been showing, I believe that thing real. You know what I'm saying? Whether I didn't see it yet, I've yet to see it with my own eyes, but I do believe the thing is real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I believe that thing is real, man. Sometimes you gotta understand when too many people start to say the same thing, just like us as targeted people. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be something to it, dog. Sometimes they try to say, "Oh, it's just these many people that went crazy." No, that's what they tried to say about us as well, didn't they? We ain't go crazy. They just want us to seem crazy, right? That's just how they doing with these people. They don't really want you to believe that these people are telling the truth. They didn't want you to know that shit, right? I believe the Bigfoot is real too. I believe Bigfoot ass is out there. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I believe that big bitch is out there. Bigfoot ass is out there. I didn't believe in that nigga. My mama knew. Used to say, I ain't gonna lie. My mama started believing later on. Before she passed. She didn't believe it at first, but then after a while, she started looking at a lot of documentaries and things, and she started to believe it after a while. But that was something that they tried to stop us from believing. And it's crazy, dog. It's crazy that I even have to say this, man. But the character on Mortal Kombat, I thought it was a character on Mortal Kombat that I thought wasn't real, and I found out that motherfucker is really real. You know who it is? Can you guess? Do you think you know who it is? Put it in the comments if you knew I was gonna say what I'm gonna say before I said it, and you got it right. But the character name is Reptile. Reptile is real. Reptile is real, man. That's a real ass person. That's a real ass entity on this earth. If you heard of the reptilians, you would know that. Reptile ain't nothing but a reptilian. If you seen the last Mortal Kombat game, the story mode, and they show you how Reptile really look as a reptilian, I think that's the same thing that we got up in this earth. I believe that's just a representation of what we really got. Reptile is real. They putting Reptile in your face. A lot of things that they are showing us is really real. Like all the movies, the TV shows, a lot of shit that we thought was fake on the movies, a lot of things we thought that was fake on the TV shows. It turns out a lot of that shit started to come out to be real. A lot of shit, they basically showing you the truth through the TV, through the movies and the TV shows, right? But you're not seeing it as the truth because it's a TV show, it's a movie. You thinking, oh, it's just something that they just put together. Where do you think they get these ideas from? A lot of these ideas that they get from is from shit that they probably already seen or already know. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man, it's crazy that a lot of shit that I just realized how much shit it is. And I was like, damn, I really believe a lot of this shit now, and I didn't believe it, bro. I really do, dog. And it's crazy. But let me know. Is there anything that you believe now that you definitely didn't believe back then when you was asleep? Let me know, man. If you got anything to say, let me know, man. I know a lot of people ain't gonna entertain this, but whoever is here for me and actually, fuck with your boy, let me know how you feel, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just 3 of y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it, baby. But anyways, man, with that being said, I'm out, man. Peace.